What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to some bad Norwegian translations. So today, I want to take a look at some sayings in Norway that don't make any sense when translated into English. And I think this will be a lot of fun to take a look at. So the first one is a joking buck. In Norwegian, it's a tullebukk. A joking buck. I'm looking at the picture here. It's a sheep that's juggling or being very silly. When do you say this? Why do you say this? It means a jackass? What? No, someone who is foolish or behaves in a silly or playful manner. Someone who is silly. Tullebukk, a joking buck. In English, a buck is like a deer or something. This looks more like a goat. Are you calling them a joking goat? Funny enough, there is a word in English that's very, very similar to this. Instead of a joking buck, we don't say tullebukk, we say silly goose. That's funny how similar that is. You guys say joking buck. We say, you're such a silly goose. You silly goose. Someone who's really foolish or playful or, yeah, that's funny. We actually have something very similar. Okay. Next is caught with the pants down. Tatt med buksene nede. There's no way I'm pronouncing this correctly. Tatt med buksene nede, being caught with your pants down. That actually is a good translation to me. That's actually a good translation. That means being caught unprepared when you're not expecting, right? Caught with pants down. Caught in an embarrassing or compromising position. Someone who's unprepared or not expecting. Yeah, wait. You guys say this? Wait a minute. These are supposed to be Norwegian translations that don't make any sense. This is exactly the same in Norwegian and English. Caught with your pants down. You guys say that? I had no idea you guys say that. Wow. Maybe we're not so different. But as soon as I say that, we have to take on water over one's head. Ta seg vann over hodet. To take on water over one's head. We have a saying in America that's like, you're in over your head. You're in over your head. Which means you've taken on more than you can handle. Is that what this means? Ta seg vann over hodet. To get in, to bite off more than you can chew. To take on a task that is too challenging, too overwhelming, you can't handle it. Something that's beyond your capabilities. This is very similar to American English saying, you're in over your head. To take on, to be honest, the direct translation, to take on water over one's head, that's not a good translation. That doesn't make much sense, but the saying is somewhat similar to that English American saying. And then we have this one, to swallow camels. Svelge kameler. Why are you swallowing camels? What does that mean? Because All right, if I'm really trying to think, okay, let me think here. The direct translation makes no sense. To swallow a camel makes no sense, but maybe it means to something that's impossible. It says biting the bullet, embracing or enduring challenging circumstances. The ability to face adversity or a tough decision. Oh, this is different from what I thought. In America, we say biting off more than you can chew. That is different. Biting off more than you can chew would imply you can't do it. You can't handle it. It's more than you can handle. Uselve kameler, to swallow camels, means you're encountering a difficult situation, but you're gonna take it on. You're gonna endure it. You're gonna embrace it and take it on and try to overcome the situation. Is that about right? Am I understanding this right? To swallow camels. Which Norwegian expression is this? To touch a pear? I don't know. Is he touch? Taken on the peach? Oh, where'd it go? This is like a little video. Okay. Taken on the peach? What does that mean? Let me see here. Caught red-handed. When you touch a peach, you've been caught. You've been, yeah, we say caught red-handed. This makes no sense in English. Tatt på forsken? Taken on the peach. It's kind of annoying how this isn't a picture. This is like a little video. What's the Norwegian? I'll look at this one more time. Tatt på forsken. If you touch a peach, this is a good one because the translation makes no sense at all. Taken on the peach, it means you're caught touching the peach. Okay, got it. That was difficult because it was like a video that kept playing, but we got it. Swim lion? Bad deluve. Swim lion. No idea. Someone who enjoys being in the water? Do we have a word for someone who enjoys being in the water? I don't know if we do. Swim. Why is it a swim lion? Like, do lions like to swim? I'm not sure how this phrase was made, but I like the idea. Someone who enjoys being in the water. I don't think we really have any phrase for that in America. Maybe I'm forgetting. Interesting. Thank you for the last time. Takk for sist. Takk for sist. Thank you for the last time? Like you're not gonna see them? Or like this is the last time you're gonna see them? Or am I misunderstanding this? It's a common way of expressing gratitude for the last encounter with someone, used when you meet somebody again after a period apart, and you acknowledge that you remember the person and the time you spent together. Oh, thank you for the last time we were together. You're not thanking them for doing anything in particular. It's not like they did you a favor. You're thankful. You're thankful that you saw them a while ago and you're seeing them again. This is very specific. The translation, thank you for the last time, doesn't make sense to me, but the concept, takk for sist, the concept makes sense to me. I like this. We don't really have anything like this as well. Interesting. I like that, actually. This says, butter on bacon. Butter on bacon. Do you guys put butter on your bacon? I don't know. Smør på flæsk. This means gilding the lily. This means adding something extra to what is already abundant or excessive. Oh, I like this. I like this saying a lot. This makes complete sense. Um, it's like you already have something great, but you want more. You want it to be better, even though it's already good. You want butter on. You already have bacon, but you want butter on your bacon. You want more. Um, I like this a lot. This is a very, very good saying. Gilding the lily. That's what they're saying is like the American equivalent. I've never really heard of gilding the lily, like making a lily flower golden. Or I've never really heard of that. But putting butter on bacon, I didn't understand at first, but now that I understand, I love this saying. I think this is a very good saying. It makes a lot of sense. I like that. I like that. This says, the translation is, to take it on the kick. To take it on the kick. Well, that makes no sense at all, but it's a tadet pu o tadet po sparkle, and it means to take it as it comes, handling a situation as it happens, without planning or hesitating. It means you're being flexible and you're quick to respond. Take it on the kick. So it means like, as soon as somebody kicks it, you're adapting, you're reacting. Yeah, we would say to take it as it comes. Just bear with it as it happens. Just deal with it. Okay, this kind of makes sense to me. To take it on the kick. We sort of have something like that. Okay. Outside Pilsner? Utepils. I've heard of Utepil before. I think in a different video I've heard of Utepils. Taking a beer in the sun. Yeah, this is some Norwegian thing. Where you guys drink beer outside and it's really cozy and warm, and we don't have anything like this in America, and it's kind of sad. I like this Utepils. They translate it to outside Pilsner, like having a beer outside. But I think it's more than that. It's like this feeling of being cozy and warm, and maybe you're supposed to do it with your friends. I don't know, but I like this. We definitely don't have any word for this in English. I like that. Storm in a glass of water. Storm I et vanglas. Storm in a glass of water. No idea. Storm in a teacup? A reaction or concern that is disproportionate to the significance. In America, you would usually say, you're blowing this out of proportion. That's what we would say. You're blowing it out of proportion. So in Norway, you could say this saying, storm I et vanglass. A storm in a glass of water. Okay. Like, you have a lot of anger, like pent up, bottled up aggression and anger, like a lot of in a glass of water, like that, something that's small, but you're making it really big, like a storm. Is that kind of what it is? That what it means? I think I get it. This doesn't have anything. It says Norwegians are born with skis on their feet. Oh yes, I've heard that saying before. To meet the wall. O motte väggen. To meet the wall. I mean, literally, that would mean you are getting introduced to a wall. But I'm guessing that's not what it means. It means to hit the wall, a situation where someone experiences a feeling of exhaustion from overwork or stress. You can't continue. Oh, hitting the wall, burnout. In English, you would say you're burnt out. Yes. In Norwegian, you'd say å måtte vegan. You meet the wall. I met the wall. You've run into a wall. And yeah, to hit the wall, we kind of have a saying like that. Okay. Okay. You know, it's funny with a lot of these Norwegian sayings, the direct translation into English doesn't make sense, but it's very close to making sense. Like if it was just a little different, it would make sense. Seven sleepover. Size What is a seven sleepover? Sleepyhead, a night owl, someone who likes to sleep late into the morning or can't wake up in the morning. In America, you'd call them a sleepyhead, maybe a couch potato, more of a sleepyhead. You guys say seven sleepover? Why seven? Is this a bad translation? I feel like why would you call them a seven sleeper? I feel like this is not translated very well because that doesn't make any sense. But I do understand. This is someone who sleeps very late, sleeps in, has trouble getting up. Okay, we have that in America. We do that. Lobster and canary. Lobster and canary. A couple of animals. Hummer og canary. A mixture of things that are very different and don't belong together. It might describe a kitchen cabinet with tableware from many different brands. This is a bunch of stuff that doesn't really belong together. So in English, in America, you might say a hodgepodge. We don't really say that word very much, but I have heard of that, a hodgepodge. It's a, I mean, in American English, you might say like a clusterfuck. Like just a bunch of random stuff. That's what a lot of people would actually say. In Norway, you say lobster and canary. Hummer og canary. I mean, I get it. Those two things definitely don't really belong together. So, I mean, it makes sense. A lot of these Norwegian sayings are confusing. They don't translate well into English, but they make sense. When it's explained to me, it makes sense. So I thought this was a lot of fun. I wanted to take a look at some bad Norwegian translations and see what I could learn and understand. And this was actually very, very fun. There's a lot of great sayings in Norway, actually. So anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these Norwegian sayings. If you recognize these, if these were translated correctly, or just your thoughts, that'd be really cool to hear, especially from Norwegians out there who understand this. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and learning about Norwegian culture and seeing Norwegian things I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.